Welcome back to the dinner table. We are here in our basement, so it's a real dinner table episode. It's our final one of season 1.
Is it?
Yes.
Wow.
Chloe.
I didn't know.
What did you think we were doing? Down here in the basement?
I knew it was like an episode 20. It was a big deal, but like, God, to close the curtain. People are going to
just kind of announced that out of the blue. I didn't know either, actually.
I thought we had this conversation.
I love it. Heading into Italy, we talked about that. Okay,
yes.
I give you credit on that.
Yeah.
I just don't want to make the people mad.
Yes. Okay, so it's our final episode of season 1. So we want to talk about what it's been like so far, but our plan. So we're going to Italy.
Yep.
And we're going to come back fresh, start season 2.
Yep.
Around football season.
Yep.
And get going again.
It's like the fall headed into basketball, football, all the, yeah, that's going to be good. I think that's good. Come back from winter, or I meant the wedding.
Is she here?
Headed
You
into
with us
winter.
today?
I just woke up from watching Love Island. I need to really get back into this podcast scene.
Yeah, no, I think obviously it's a perfect time to end season 1.
Yeah.
On a nice family vacation, and maybe we talk about the vacation coming back, or maybe we do something out there too. I think we talked about it.
So McKenna does want to do an episode in Italy. So if we're feeling it, we'll throw that in.
The eating spaghetti and drinking. And
that'd be fun. We could pull an actual Italian dinner table.
Yes,
would be fun.
Yeah.
Bring the equipment out there.
No, Noreen is over here and she's the best, and I can tell she's probably thinking no. let's just have the
You
dinner.
sure you don't want to do it at the rehearsal dinner, Noreen?
Noreen laughing in the background.
I love it. Okay, so what do you guys think so far? Yeah, we're about 20 episodes in. How's the podcasting been going, Chloe? Chloe and I are still standing somehow.
We're still standing. For some reason.
Why? Because you guys have more work than me.
We sure do. But this has been the plan all along. Cameron has the ability to invest in our equipment, and Carly and I have the ability to edit.
I also find maybe the most guests out of the three of us. Not maybe, for sure.
That was
not as if I
interesting
don't
take.
know the guests that you talk to. Carly has gotten all the sports broadcasters.
That's true.
And some athletes, Tyler Wall.
Yeah.
I know the athletes that you've gotten too personally, but I've had you reach out.
Okay. All right. Not all of them, but.
Okay. So.
But I'll go on.
Yeah.
So Carly and I have been doing the job of the edits, and I would fully say that I do take on the edits until last podcast when Carly did. She put her heart and soul into fixing an episode. We've approached these technical difficulties.
Yes.
Here and there, and it's not a problem at all, but it is a problem all of a sudden when we're like, oh my gosh, how do we fix it?
Yeah.
And Carly has the experience to fix it and the computers and all that kind of stuff to do it, so she's had to handle that as well. But we do FaceTime every single time we edit, and Carly just sits on the FaceTime and I tell her all the issues that I'm having, and we realize that Cameron has no idea what we have been doing.
I have an idea because I'm in that group chat. You guys are just texting
it's a
each
separate
other.
group message.
Oh, it's all separate. I'll just see 30 text messages. Should we pause here? Should we edit here? My voice is too loud here.
I would say I had no idea how hard it was with all that. This is why I'm wearing headphones if you see me, because I can't take another audio issue. Technical issues in podcasting, people say it, but at every episode, and I hope people haven't been able to tell, but every episode, Chloe, I'll get a phone call right afterwards and she'll be like, so
petrified.
So scared to tell
The
me.
last one was the worst, I felt like, with Brandon.
We got it back up, which thank goodness. But
we had an
just a
iCloud
Riverside
backup.
issue?
Yeah.
We use this app called Riverside, and it's been fine for us, but all of a sudden we upload it and my screen is the only one that's off, not talking, they're all laughing, and then 5 minutes later I'll laugh at what they were just laughing at, and I'm like, Carly, I have zero idea how to fix this. But
Chloe's voice was mixed in with all 4 of our tracks. You'd randomly be talking, then you just hear something from Chloe. I was actually looking at it there is no way we can fix this. But I went to work. A lot of editing, and it worked. But yeah, I would say that's been the only challenging part of the podcast so far.
Yeah.
That I didn't expect to be that challenging.
It seems to be easy when we're all together and able just to talk and have it on one track and then put it together, and it's
Yeah.
all good to go.
There's times too, like I'm just like, okay, finally, like I got home from camp and I just like want to like lay down, and I get a text from Carly and it's like,
Clip something.
I still don't see that clip that I asked you about earlier. And it's like, no problem. I was at camp from 7:30 to 3:30.
And one more thing about it. The podcast, like Cameron and I were really busy when Chloe was in Budapest. Like, and we are. We're very busy.
Yes.
And you are now too. But it all started because Chloe was in Budapest and wanted to do this podcast.
Yep.
And we jumped on board.
And she's jumping into the sports broadcasting world.
Yes. And she's like, I have plenty of time on my hands. I will do all the editing. I will do all the clipping. I have so much time. Recently, she has 0 time. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah, but I've still been holding it down.
a little bit.
Well, it's tough when you're going from Lake Geneva.
It
and
is.
to the Eagle Lake and
I know,
you
I'm enjoying
This
my
trip to
time.
that trip.
Yeah.
And
I know,
it's
I know.
tough-
So I,
very tough
yeah.
to find time in between those.
I've sacrificed naps. I have. But everyone enjoys it. You guys enjoy it. The dinner table.
yeah,
It's
let's
so
talk
much
about
fun.
what we enjoy about it.
Yes.
We dove right into the technical
I
difficulties.
think,
know.
I think Chloe and I just had to work through some things here.
Yeah.
And now that we're
I
back.
know. I do. I feel like I can take a breath of fresh air.
What's your favorite part about the pod?
I love this is so like typical to say, but I just like love hearing people's stories that I have no idea about.
Right.
Like Brandon coming on last time, I'm like, I feel like I've known you now for a couple summers and I would never have known that.
Yeah.
Like there has been some things that I'm like, wow, I really got to like actually know that person. Even like thinking back to like our first original ones, like Liza's and Oso's, like that was so cute. And
was
like
fun.
I knew them obviously, but just didn't feel like I knew them like that well. Like they opened up so much on the podcast. Like it
Right.
was so cool to see.
Yeah.
What was your favorite podcast today?
Oh, that's
Doesn't have to be
that's tough.
What were you gonna say?
No, that's tough.
It's, you got to almost give me a second to think.
I got mine.
Okay, you go first.
I think the Kevin and Lynn Kolick one that we
Yeah.
did.
Oh
in,
my
That was
in
fun.
Texas
Yeah.
was a blast. I mean, they were just great to talk to, and I think we could have talked to them for 5 hours, and then we ended
Right.
up talking to them for like a whole another hour after the podcast even finished up. But it was fun to do that, and all of us in person, and we were in a different location,
Yeah.
just with great people. That was
and
that
the
was one
hype
my
of
favorite ones.
Sweet 16. Like
Yeah.
it was just like
Yeah.
the hype of everything was so cool. They were great. Monica Sonano is our highest.
Yeah.
Viewed on social media and viewed on YouTube. Great clips about Caitlin Clark there.
The nice thing is, like, I haven't had one podcast where I'm like, I didn't. After we joke around after every podcast, we're like, that was our best one.
Like, that's
Everyone.
gonna be so good.
Yeah.
But Jake Lanen, Carly's husband, has been so good. He watches every single one and he'll like
Yeah.
rate them based
Yeah.
on like how we do and how
Right.
He's our biggest critic and our biggest fan. So
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Gives
Along
us
with Noreen,
actual
too.
Natural feedback.
Yeah.
Noreen doesn't listen.
Yeah, she does.
Do you have a
I'm
fave?
joking. She
All
does,
of them, she
does.
said.
She does.
Do you have a fave?
I really like them, a lot of them for different reasons. And I'm thinking like recency bias. So I wish I could go back and think. I mean, our original first episode will just always go down as like
Yes,
a
Christmas.
good memory. Like, what are we even doing here? But I loved the Jenny Fisher episode.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Yeah, just because I know her, but I didn't really know exactly like what her job is like. And now just seeing her rise so much, like she's everywhere. Have you guys
Everywhere.
seen this NBA?
Everywhere.
She's, out with them at the
Yeah.
Olympics, and every clip she does is viral. And it's just like, it was cool. She was already doing big things, but now she's just like really known.
Yeah.
And it was just cool to talk to her
It's so
about the
funny
ins
to
and
hear her
outs.
voice behind some of these videos.
Yeah.
I mean, you're literally watching like a video on obviously USA basketball. I'm pretty sure she probably runs that account, but you'll see it on like ESPN, and you're like, okay, I'm watching a video of Steph Curry shooting, and then she's asking like, oh, like how do you know it's going in? And I'm like, oh shit, that's Jenny filming that. You
Yeah.
know, it's like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Actually.
She's everywhere.
It's so good, and she literally posted something the other day, and she's like, "This has literally been the best summer ever."
Yeah.
and like it's so true though. Like she's at the Olympics right now, filming one of the greatest Olympic teams of all time. Mm-hmm. Like how could it get better than that?
No.
And she's killing it. And like
She's so
I love
creative.
it that they tweeted or whatever all these big time Twitter accounts tweeted like, this cameraman was like so good or
Yep.
whatever, and then everyone corrected them,
Yeah.
corrected him or her
Yeah.
or whatever, and said like the camera woman, and then like that was a big thing. So
Yeah.
there's so many.
Shout out
things.
Jay King.
Shout out Jay King did that,
Yeah.
yes, and then like they all those popular brand or profiles did that too.
Yeah. What's your fave?
I agree with Cam. I think the Kolick one was so good. I don't know. It's like they were all so good. Really cool going to Miller Park with
Yes.
Brian Anderson.
For
was
sure.
fun, too.
Like-
that popped into my mind right away, too. I
Yes.
almost said that. That was just a great experience.
It was a great
And
scene.
he taught us so much, too.
Yeah.
Like, it was just cool learning from him.
But I do want to say the one that got a lot of compliments, and I'm not just saying it because she's here, but the Noreen one
Yes.
was very complimented.
I think people didn't think she would ever go on the podcast. And then she killed it.
Being one people
Yeah.
here.
She killed it. And not just saying this because she's here, but her job too. Like, this is the same thing as Jenny.
Yeah.
Like, know Noreen so well, but hearing those little stories, like, best story of the podcast is the Potbellies one.
Oh, so good.
That one just makes me laugh.
So good. And Dr. Level with the luggage for
yeah,
Tyler Kolick.
yeah,
Yeah.
The president
Yeah.
of the university. Like, those are a few things like you can remember certain clips from each podcast,
Yeah.
but those are like the standout of all of them.
Yeah.
You know? So,
Yeah.
yeah. Good point. Love it.
Yeah. Okay. What's up? I haven't even talked to you both. You are.
I know.
You're. I know. I'm like, have you called me
No,
recently?
I know. I don't know why.
Yeah, I know. You guys just did the Giannis camp.
Yeah.
So tell me all about that.
It was the Antetokounmpo Academy, and so I was approached probably back in around February by Lauren. I'm gonna mess up her last name here, Conklin, and she is the director of the Charles Antetokounmpo Family Foundation, which is Giannis and his family's foundation that they run. And she approached us about running a summer basketball camp for low-income Milwaukee families to be invited to, and we ran it at St. Augustine Prep. So what they do is in Greece, Giannis runs this whole summer-long camp for kids out in Greece, and it's really blown up into be this like huge academy in
Cool.
which they have hundreds of kids, and they do it for a 9-week period throughout the summer. They're trying to implement that in Milwaukee, and this is the first go about it that we got to be a part of, and we ran it under Club 52, and Chloe coached, and Jordan King coached, and we had a whole bunch of great coaches, and it was honestly a pretty remarkable camp. I mean, the kids not only got a bunch of Nike gear, T-shirts, hoodies, shorts, water bottles, the whole deal. They also
Chromebook.
got Chromebooks
Wow.
on Thursday from Google. They had
That's
somebody
crazy.
from Google there pretty much from Wednesday all the way to Friday speaking and teaching life lessons to the kids.
Cool.
Strength and training.
Strength and conditioning training throughout the week, brought to you by Athlete Performance. And, wonderful lunch every day.
Awesome.
What do we have from the Greek place?
So cool. Avli is Giannis's restaurant
Mm-hmm.
in Milwaukee, and was the old view Milwaukee, so it's like that gorgeous view of Milwaukee. But anyways, the food's so good. It's like tapas, but like Greek style. And so they catered that in for lunch, which is like $70 a plate.
Right.
So the fact that they could do that was so incredibly nice.
Yeah.
It was delicious. Yeah.
It was so fun. So,
Yeah.
and the kids on top of it, I mean, like this group of kids, first off, it was a high skill level of
Really?
basketball. being
Very
played.
talented.
And this is our first go about it, so we didn't really know what to expect.
Yeah.
But, the kids are really talented, and they are competitive as can be. Like, we're playing in these games, and they're treating them like it's the high school state
Yeah.
championship. And so it was fun. And these kids, like, loved being there. I mean, obviously their day-to-day lives, especially throughout the summer when they're not going to school, is not the average day-to-day life. I mean, they're either going to the Boys and Girls Club or, they're trying to find a gym to play basketball in, but those opportunities aren't always awarded to them. So for them to have a structured week where they're in this beautiful St. Augustine Prep facility, getting coached by, some of the top basketball minds in Wisconsin, not me or Chloe, but, the Travis Deaners and
cool.
the Todd Townsends and the, Jordan Kings of the world. Like, it was impressive camp, and it was fun to be a part of.
Yeah, it was really cool. Cam did a wonderful job. He directed the whole thing.
Aw.
And he'd been talking to Lauren like every week for the last 4 months, like 3 months, like something crazy. Like I would come in, I'd be like, is this the Giannis camp? Like discussion. And it obviously showed because there was so much that went into it. I mean, all the kids had transportation to the school. Yeah, every morning, every time after the camp, they were taken back to their places. Like it was so well organized. And I think that that's what it helps is because You want kids that come in for free, to have organization and for it not to be kind of chaotic in that sense, and make sure that they come back and that they're willing to come back, so there's no money a part of it. It's all just about the time and the experience. So I do feel like they got that. And I didn't tell Cam, but I was at a shooting contest today that Steve Novak runs, and I walk in and one of the kids from the camp, London, was like, oh my God, hi. And I was like, hi. And like the whole time, like he was like this tough boy at camp. So it's like kind of funny because you don't really get that. But then he was like so excited to see us. And I feel like that's how those kids like feel after the camp, which is like, it's really cool.
Oh, I love that.
And Giannis had a video every day.
I was wondering.
Yeah, Giannis, Alex,
Thanasis,
Kostas.
Yeah, they all had a video talking about the theme of the day. Each
Okay.
day.
And they would have been there if they weren't playing in the Olympics.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's,
Yeah. And Giannis the first day had like a 5-minute long video talking about self-confidence. And it was really like well done. And like on Friday then he's talking about, okay, we want to hear how you guys do today. Good luck today. Championship Friday, the whole deal and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was cool.
That's awesome.
So we could use some captions sometimes because I was kind of like, that was like,
really?
jumbled the words all in one. I was
He
like,
talks so quick too. Obviously, not English not being his first
Yeah,
language,
exactly.
shit,
Yeah,
not honest, but-
And he's still playing, right? Greece made it. They're still playing.
I was
pool play.
wondering that. Did they? I don't think they did.
I think
so
they did.
They
Did
had
they
to
have
have
as a wild
one.
card?
Remember they had to have the one team win by 4
I was
and then
gonna
one by
say-
3?
They won by 3, so I
Yeah.
thought they were out. Unless you saw something differently. Because they finished in 4th place of their division, but it was a tie for 4th place.
Right.
And so I thought what somebody was saying is they have a wild card opportunity, but I don't know if they got it or not.
They play Germany August 6th at 4 a.m. In the quarterfinal.
So
they're in.
Wow. So I wonder how they got in.
I know.
Some of
I
that
saw
stuff is
like
confusing.
things had to fall a certain way.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm having a
Well,
hard
good.
time
I'm
following
glad
the
they're in.
Olympic schedule.
Yeah. And we're going to get into the Olympics as well in a little bit. Okay. So the biggest thing is we're going to Italy soon.
Woo woo.
We leave August
Boom, boom,
16th.
boom.
Cam and Noreen are getting married. The most mentioned person in our podcast is Noreen. Like outside of us three, we haven't had one podcast where we haven't said Cameron hasn't brought her up.
That's true.
Yeah. So how are you feeling? Like we've been talking about this for so long, and now it's finally here. You're getting married this month.
I know, it's crazy. I mean, obviously only a couple weeks away. We had tryouts this past weekend, and Noreen was helping me register everybody and get everybody in. And every parent that comes in, we just continue to talk about it over and over and over again. And it's just crazy. All I say is like it's insane that it's actually like right around the corner. I mean, we only have 1 week left, and then we leave. So
It's crazy.
Yeah, can't wait to get over there. Honestly,
You have nerves?
I don't. I'm not nervous. I don't know. People ask me that, and I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really excited. I don't have much to do. I just gotta say I do, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna
Right.
party. So that's
Right.
what I'm looking forward to.
Would you be nervous if you had to say your own vows?
Probably would be maybe a little more.
think that
nervous, I
might
guess.
be what
I was more nervous for your wedding when I had to give a speech.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And
Yeah.
I know Liam's probably sweating bullets.
Yeah. Liam's
Liam
Cam's
was telling
best
us-
man.
He was telling us last week that he was nervous.
Yeah. He's going to kill it, though. I'm excited for the speeches. That's like kind of the best part, honestly.
It
Yeah.
really is. Yeah, and it's gonna be such a beautiful scene where we're at when those speeches are given, where it's like,
Really?
yeah, I can't wait for everybody to get there and see the town of Rapallo. It's like honestly, I think Noreen and I, when we were originally thinking about where we wanted to get married, like
Yeah.
that was like,
Get into this.
We-
Everyone asks why.
so we didn't even tell each other like right away, like, oh, Rapallo for sure, we want to get married in Portofino or whatever. Like we never even said that. But we were going around Milwaukee looking at the Discovery World or a couple other hotels and stuff like that, the normal spots. And then we're like, let's go back to Italy, just because we
You
went there.
went there, yeah.
We went there in this past summer with the Marquette men's basketball team, and honestly, it was just like my favorite place. It was
And you've
so
really
nice.
been there, maybe not to that specific spot, but Italy in general, like 3 times together.
Yeah.
Technically,
Yep.
with the team. But
Yep.
Interesting.
We've gone twice. Noreen didn't go on the first foreign trip that we
Oh,
were
okay.
on, but we've gone twice now to Italy, and I mean, it's just obviously. I mean, you've gone. You studied abroad there, and then you were there
Yep.
recently. It doesn't get any better.
no, it doesn't get better.
Yeah. So we're going to Nice, France first, spending the weekend there, and then off to Rapallo, Portofino, same thing, right?
Yep. So Rapallo is the town that we're getting married in, and Portofino is the I think it's like the region that we're
Okay.
getting married in. It's the northwest part of Italy.
Yeah.
What is it, Noreen? Portofino is what? The coast?
Portofino
Yeah.
Coast. Okay.
Going there for the week. And then Chloe and I'm going home Sunday because I have to get back to work. But Chloe, the rest of the family, they're going to Lake Como. And
After the wedding.
After the wedding. And then Cam, your plans.
So Friday's the wedding. Saturday, chill day. Sunday, we leave to go to Paris. And then we spend a couple days in Paris. And
Buddy
then
moon.
Buddy moon, yep, with some of our best friends, a lot of the groomsmen that are in our wedding and their significant others. And then we leave to go to Portugal and spend the rest of our time there up until the weekend.
And something I think is so cool about Cam's groomsmen is, correct me if I'm wrong, but 5 of the 7 are all from preschool.
Yeah, well.
Besides Jack Walsh and Jake Lappin.
Yep. So Sean is the longest I've known anybody. I knew him back at
Montessori.
Montessori.
Yeah.
And then everybody else is, first grade. I met in first grade. So
Crazy.
except for Nick.
Yeah.
Nick came in like 4th grade.
Okay.
Oh, I forget.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. But still, all from either Lumen Christi, which is our private grade school in Mequon, small school, or from the public schools, Jake, and then Noreen's brother. So it's like, it's all just so.
And the best part is we all live literally a building next to each other right now in Milwaukee.
Oh, that's
so fun.
amazing.
Yeah.
What a dream.
Yeah, it's so fun.
So fun. And then on Noreen's side, it's Carly, Kenna, and I. So Cam's 3 sisters, and then Noreen's 3 sisters, and then her best friend. So it's like everything about this wedding is so family and just like everyone's like, how many people are going? And I'm like, I think like 130.
100, right around 100.
Right around 100. So it's like still such a big wedding, and like you have basically all your family.
It's such
so
a family
fun.
feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both Noreen and Cameron are so family focused too. Like both of you are just, such family people. And I feel like that totally comes off in the wedding. It's come off this entire year.
Yeah.
And then it will so much in the wedding. And I have my speech written. Chloe, how's your part coming?
Yep, we're coming along.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just like one of those people I can like just kind of get up there,
Ah.
No, I'm kidding. I'll be prepared. Carly just got so scared. I'm like, gonna be prepared.
Well, so when you prepare for a speech, do you prepare in terms of like, I have certain thoughts that each paragraph will be about, or do you like write it down and word by word is what you're going to say?
I think it depends. For this one, it's Carly, Kenna, and I speaking all together.
Yeah.
So I feel like it needs to be a little bit more formatted just because it could be jumbled. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
you guys could be saying the same things.
Yes, like we need to format it. But I do think that there are times that like a speech like you gave at Carly's was very like, I'm gonna hit this point, but like use your personality to talk in between. That's very tough to do though.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have it written down,
especially
it's tough.
for
It's
a
a lot
wedding event. You don't
Yeah.
want
Well,
to.
I think it was easier for the wedding event because, like, okay, for what I did with you guys, is like I had like a story for each paragraph, and it was like I knew that story so well,
Right.
Because I know you guys so well,
Right.
So it wasn't like I had to rewrite it down. It was like, okay, I'm gonna tell this like I would be telling a story on this podcast right now,
Yeah.
but just I had to remember those stories.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that was the only thing I had to remember.
Right.
And like I feel like for weddings, I think it might be actually easier, especially when you really, really know the people.
Yeah.
When you can talk to the crowd, it's the best.
I think so too.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, I think Liam will do a really good job at that.
Yeah,
and
he'll
stuff.
do a big job.
And,
Yeah.
It'll be fun. We'll try to get some videotapes out in Italy. And
I think my part's pretty funny.
I'm
Did you read
glad.
it?
No.
Oh, kind of read it. Kind of and I are a little bit more.
Well, don't say
on it.
anything.
I'm not going to. But I think it
What, do
is.
you have a shared Google sheet?
Yeah.
Or,
That
How
Chloe
about
has
the
yet to open.
itinerary that we kind of put together?
Yeah, she is.
We got a
doing
couple
it all.
itinerries.
I said to kind of. I'm like, I need to keep track of all the itineraries.
Yeah, I know. Can you create an itinerary for all the itineraries we have?
Yeah. Actually,
I know.
that would be wonderful.
Kind of like created one for our whole 19
Trip.
of us are traveling together for like France and then Italy, which was like, that was really nice. And then Noreen's so organized and she has all of ours day of the wedding, pre-wedding
The
rehearsal.
amount of planning that Noreen has done for this
It's
I can't
incredible.
even
is insane.
comprehend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a wedding planner and I thought it was hard, and we did it here at the house. I
Yeah.
can't imagine what she's done. No complaints.
Yeah.
And every itinerary she sent, everything is so organized.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like beautiful.
Yeah.
It's just impressive.
And there, it's been great. It's been
Yeah.
great. And she's having to deal with people giving, via phone call because you can't talk to
Right.
anybody. And
They don't speak the language.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit different. Like you don't really understand, like, this is what I want. So, but
Yeah.
she's doing a great
Yeah.
job.
No first look.
no first look. I will see her.
That's so, I love
down
that.
the aisle.
There's something special about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
She had her. She tried on her dress the other day at her condo, and I had to hide in the bathroom.
I was gonna say, yeah. I thought you were gonna say, and I saw it. It was beautiful.
No. She's. I thought so. She had her zip bag laying down in the ground.
Yeah.
And I was like, did she have it in there? And like she wasn't even home. And I was like,
Oh my God, Cameron, she would have killed you.
She would have killed me. I didn't give it a peek, but she didn't have it in there anyways.
Yeah.
Because I knew
She knows better.
Yeah, she knows better.
She knows better, not you.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I before my wedding the night before, I had a cool present for Mom that was a picture of me and Mom in both of our wedding dresses holding hands, and I like spent a lot of time on it and finally got it. And the night before our wedding, I was just so excited about it, I showed it to Jake. I was like, look. I didn't realize I literally showed him me in my wedding dress.
Oh.
And then we were looking at it for a little bit, and then all of a sudden I was like, and I was just like, oh my gosh.
Wait, I never even knew that story.
I like freaked out. But Jake was like, thank God it's Jake.
Yeah.
We love him. But I think he was just like, it's fine. I don't even remember.
Instant forget.
Yeah. But
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Wait, have you seen that video of the dad? So can't
Oh,
laugh at
it's the
this, but
best.
yeah, like the bride shows the dad the dress as a first look, and the dad goes, "Oh, you look like a big paper towel," and she's like, "Quicker, picker upper." Like he just keeps going, and the girl's like, "Oh my God, I spent so much money on this dress, and now I look like a big paper towel."
it's hilarious.
Bounty, picker
It
upper.
is fun. Okay, yeah. So we are off to Italy soon. I really can't wait. Like I can't even believe that it's here. We have everything planned. So many plans.
So many plans, so many dinners, so many outfits.
So many outfits. I'm really worried about the outfits.
So many swimsuits.
I was telling Noreen the other night, I was like, we were talking about what's going to be our favorite part of the whole trip and stuff. And I was like, I think going to this famous casino with Jake on like the first night.
Oh my God.
Stop it. Is that the Monte Carlo thing? Yeah. Jake's really excited for that.
I was talking to Trav because he's been there.
Yeah.
And I figured this too, but it's such a nice, elegant place that you have to dress up when you go there and stuff. Yeah. Jake and I.
That's on our like
Jake and I are gonna be
6-hour
rolling in
tour.
there, big ballers.
We're not great tour people.
No. It's Jake's most looking forward to this 6 hour. It's 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. bus tour. And I just get
Who is on
nervous.
this?
Cameron, you are. Have you looked at the itinerary?
8 a.m. to 6 p.m. bus
Yes.
tour.
Yes.
In Nice?
Yeah. Yeah. So we
I
get.
read McKenna's itinerary.
No,
You
we
didn't
no,
get that on
no,
there.
I know. This is what Jake's most excited for. But we
Sarcastically or something?
outside of the wedding, but he's just real. No,
because this is what Jake
Jake
loves.
loves
You know
this
this.
stuff. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
So sarcastically.
No, we get there, we go to dinner. Next day is relax day.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that day. We're gonna go to like a beach club.
Yeah.
And
Kelly
then
was booking that, right?
yeah, and Noreen, as if Noreen needed one more thing to book.
Yeah.
And then the next day is our 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. tour, bus tour, and that's where we go to Monte Carlo.
Okay. Oh, I saw that. But we
Yeah.
have plenty of stops in between and stuff, right?
Plenty of stops. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we were gonna be hanging out.
The last time we were on a tour in Italy.
No Greece.
Oh, was it not Bari, Italy? I thought it was Bari, but whatever.
I don't know what that is.
Regardless.
Okay.
One of the spots that we stopped on the
Bari?
on the boat. Bari.
Yeah, couldn't have told me.
Anyways, exactly. So we visited Carly. She studied abroad in Italy, and we all went. Cam couldn't go, but anyways, we are like, let's get on this bus, like whatever. All 6 of us, besides my uncle, are all leaned back, mouth open, like
We slept every time we got on the
slept
bus.
through the entire tour, including my mother.
Yeah.
So the fact that she thinks she can handle this is like she's not. She's
She's
gonna
gonna be sleeping before anybody.
knocked out.
Yeah.
And Giggy was like, is so enjoying it. That's our uncle, so
Yeah.
enjoying it. And he's like looking around. He's like, oh my God, all of them are asleep right now.
Yeah.
So that will be us. But okay.
Yeah. And then wine tasting the next day.
Oh, nice.
Fun.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see that too.
So
Great.
much fun. Okay, so updates to come from Italy, I guess, on our next podcast for season 2. But otherwise, let's get into. We don't have to spend a lot of time on this, but our courses. There's not a lot of huge. Like, I mean, the Olympics is huge, but there's not
Yeah.
a ton of huge sports topics right now. But we're having a cookout tonight, so. Theme of the podcast, like what would you bring up tonight at the dinner table? I'm going to start.
Okay. Go ahead.
Obviously, Simone Biles has been insane.
Insane.
Yeah.
She jumps 12 feet in there.
Yeah. Like 12'9".
I can't
off the vault.
And Jake's like, the floor has to be pretty springy. I'm like, no, it's really not.
No.
You saw the video of the guy explaining how springy it is, or not how springy it is.
I don't think I did.
He showed what was underneath it and stuff, and it's like literally not that springy at all. It's not much more springy than a basketball court.
Right, exactly.
And she's jumping up higher than the rim.
No,
not to steal your course.
It's no. This is what the course is about. So, but really, my course is about her Instagram. So obviously they win gold as a team, and then she posts with the caption. I just want to get it correct.
I loved this.
Her caption is
some tea.
Yes, lack of talent, lazy Olympic champions, and I don't know if you've heard the story.
I heard it a little bit.
Yeah. So, and if I'm sure everyone has, but Michaela Skinner, who was on the 2020 Olympic team, was doing like a live video during the trials, and she was just commentating on everything. And she just went into saying that this group doesn't work as hard. The work ethic is different. Outside of Simone, there's not a lot of talent. And she quickly deleted it after getting, some feedback. But so I think like she got a ton of slack then. She put out a statement and everything. And I just think I can't even imagine her reaction to seeing that that's like Simone's caption.
Simone's caption.
For the team
Everyone
winning gold.
And
I have many thoughts on it, but go ahead.
Simone.
Yeah, she blocked her after that. Yeah. So I know not many people are saying this, and I don't think Michaela should have said that stuff at all. I kind of feel bad for her. Like, the world is...
For Michaela?
I know. Nobody's saying that.
She knows she can't say that, though. Like,
I don't feel bad.
The world is now attacking
well, you don't say
her.
that. I mean, especially about a team that's, like, one of the most dominant teams in recent history. Like,
Also... I feel like every time you either have a supportive alumni, or if they do better than you did, it's always they're lazier, they don't work as hard. Like,
right.
I can't appreciate that.
True.
And it's like, can you just be like, you know, it happens in every single sport.
Yeah.
You can't just appreciate who comes next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The coach isn't as hard on them.
Yeah.
Like they don't practice as hard as we did.
Yeah.
Like there's always a comparison to you and the people behind us. Like, and it's like
classic like high school football former player.
Yeah, 100%. So it's like this happens all the time, but like
Yeah.
you're talking about Simone Biles.
Yeah. And granted,
she
it was
did
more
say-
about the
yeah,
team.
I was gonna say.
And that's why I like that Simone did that, because she was like lack of it's really for her teammates.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it was they won the gold as a
Yeah.
team, but then Suni Lee too. I loved that whole story. It was so cute.
Yeah.
How many times did they mention that story?
Oh my god, right? I know.
Million.
A million
It's
times.
such a nice. I mean,
Yeah,
unbelievable.
but- yeah.
Unbelievable.
Great course. I love that.
And then who's the
Yeah.
girl from Houston? What's her name?
Jade Carey or who? Or
Jordan
Childs?
Yeah,
she's
she's
great.
awesome. I
Yeah,
love
she's
her.
like so
such
fun.
a positive
Yeah.
energy for the team.
I think
love
she
her.
competes on floor in the individual.
Today?
No.
Oh.
Every day I just wake up and I'm like, Simone Biles time. Like, I literally just need to watch. I love it so much.
But how much do you hate that you see what happens prior to watching it?
Now it's been at like 11:15 a.m., which has been perfect for me right before
To
I go
watch
into
it.
work. Yeah,
We were like at camp,
that sucks.
and it was kind of like we can't watch it.
yeah, and you get the
until later,
notification.
and then we
a million. You can't miss it.
ESPN notification.
Yeah.
Simone gold.
Yeah.
And you're not as shocked about that, but you're more so like the Suni Lee stories. Like that's what I'm like. I wanted to see that live, but it's tough. I mean, even the swimming things, Ledecky. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to know before I
Yeah.
can see it, but it's tough.
So did you like the pettiness for the caption after she won gold?
Yeah,
Yeah, I love it too.
Yeah.
her goat necklace, like
Yeah.
everything about her.
I did-
They're very
I did love it.
calculated, as to like what they're doing, how they're
Right.
celebrating, what they're gonna say, which TikToks they're gonna put out,
Yeah.
and stuff. They're like kind of robotic. In that
Yeah.
sense.
Talking about TikToks, how great is that? Like
It's
seeing
crazy.
all these TikToks.
Yeah.
All the Olympians. Like,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
the first Olympic year that like TikTok has truly been this prevalent, and like I love it. I'm like so obsessed with everything. It's so fun.
What are you most looking forward to coming up in the Olympics?
Gosh, my most looking forward to one was gymnastics, but I like soccer too. I
How
guess
fun is it? Soccer. Noreen has been watching this
Yeah.
nonstop. She loves the USA
Yeah.
soccer
yeah,
team.
I love soccer.
And now they're in the semis.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
their team is so
Yeah.
electric. The three forwards they have are like these super young.
Yeah.
And Trinity Rodman, love her.
Yeah. They're studs. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's been fun to watch.
So
Obviously, the men's basketball.
yeah, obviously
How
that.
that's gonna wrap up.
Yeah, Jake I brought Jake up a ton, but Jake the other day said he thinks he likes Winter Olympics better.
No,
No.
that's a
I was
huge
like,
No.
I've never heard anyone say that ever.
misconception. Yeah.
Well, I love the track. stuff.
Yeah.
That just got started.
Yeah.
Obviously, Sha'Carri Richardson took home the silver, but Noah Lyles won the gold today. I can't wait to watch that tonight.
Well, that's my course. Can I say that?
Go ahead.
So my course is the fact that Sha'Carri Richardson
Sha'Carri, right?
I think it's Sha'Carri.
Okay.
I thought it was Sha'Carri. Sha'Carri.
Should we call her?
We'll just stick with Richardson from now.
Yeah. Okay. So Richardson wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this?
No.
Well, last
Craziest
Olympics.
thing. No.
Oh,
For this race that she just did
today or
2 days ago.
okay.
No, it was, yesterday.
Yesterday. So yesterday she does this race, and if you're not staying in the villa, so she decided not to stay in the villa. So they created this rule that day, and it wasn't spread well enough, I guess. But the Jamaican runner who was picked to win the race, and then Sha'Carri, whatever, was outside of the Olympics wanting to get in. And the rule is if you didn't come with your team in the team bus, and I want to make sure I'm getting that correct, but then you're not allowed to enter the villa in a certain way. You have to walk around the entire thing. And so it's like such a long walk to get around.
Yeah.
An hour walk, I believe is what they said. So the Jamaican girl was so mad about the whole thing, so she ends up leaving. So she doesn't run in the race.
Wait, the Jamaican girl didn't run in the race?
Didn't run the race. No. The St. Lucia girl is the girl that won.
Yeah.
Sha'Carri basically was like, I missed the last Olympics. Like, I'm not missing this Olympics.
Right.
So she's like, I'm going to go into it. Anyways, she misses the warm-up because it takes her that long to go around.
And
so
she walked the whole thing?
She walked, however she got around it.
How did I not hear this?
This was the craziest thing. I can't believe you guys didn't see that. That's why I was like,
Can't you just knock on the door and be like, "Hey, I'm Sha'Carri Richardson"?
no. It was this whole thing. Like, they're all up there. Like, it's a rule. You can't. Like,
Jeez.
yeah, it's this whole video. I'll post it, I guess.
Okay.
But anyway, so she finds a way to get in. I don't know exactly the thing on that, and I could look it up better. But anyways, she gets in, but she missed the entire warm-up. So she didn't have a warm-up period. Places silver.
Unreal.
And
then-
her 100-meter dash,
but
which
now,
is like
and
her thing.
is
the
it weird
dash.
because the Jamaican girl was gonna probably win and she didn't race?
Jamaican girl was picked.
Well, the girl from St. Lucius.
St. Lucia.
St. Lucia
Yeah.
won Worlds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she
runs
won
for Texas.
She won still.
And she runs for
yeah,
Texas.
and she
Yeah.
won still. She wasn't necessarily the most talked about, obviously, leading up into it, but she dominated that.
She dominated.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would have mattered if Sha'Carri was.
It was close
able
for
to
a second
enter.
because
Yeah.
now I remember seeing the video.
I think
Yeah.
even if Sha'Carri was carried into there by her teammates, she still would have lost to that girl. That girl, I know it was close in terms of like if
Right.
we were all running, but in terms of track time, like she
Right.
smoked her.
But regardless of the situation and like how fast she is, the mental capacity to like handle all of that
Yeah.
at a time that so much pressure is on you and you have, and this is a once every 4 years and you just missed the last 4-year one. It's like everything is going against you and you have to step up and do that race. Like I can't even imagine what was going through her head. I didn't even get
Yeah.
a warm up. Like, you
At
know,
least she probably got a.
But she's like a
She got much
dog.
more than a warm up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's probably fatigued by
Yeah.
the time she started then.
yeah,
Yeah.
but she's like a dog. I feel
She
like
is.
she doesn't
yeah.
bother her.
People are the most excited about her and Simone. That's what you know.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They introduced her, like they were showing the intro to the Olympics or whatever, and they had her on camera and they were like, fastest woman in America. Like, could you imagine? And I'm pretty sure they could have said, I don't know, but they said fastest woman in America. Like, could you believe if that was your title? That would be the coolest
Yeah.
thing in the world.
It was. She was real close to being the fastest in the world.
Exactly. And that's why I was like, they might have said that, but I don't know.
TikTok, one more thing. Like, have you guys been seeing these videos that are like, "This is why I didn't make the Paris Olympics"?
Oh my God, it's the funniest thing in the world.
Cry.
haven't
Cameron,
seen these.
is he not a TikToker?
I don't
Nah,
guess you're not.
I'm on the tick
It's
window.
just like gymnastics ones, and it's
Like
like
fails.
Yeah, fails.
Oh yeah, they slam on the mat and stuff.
Yeah.
Or it's just like the funniest.
Like,
the
unfortunately,
funniest shit.
didn't make the 2024
Yes.
Olympics. so.
Okay. Just you got to watch them later. All right, Cam, what's your course? Then we got to go up.
I'll continue with the Olympics a little bit. My thing is just basically how well of a job, how good of a job Steve Kerr's done with the men's basketball team. And I think he's not getting enough credit because obviously they have so much talent on that team, but he is managing it at a high level and
Yeah.
just pressing all the right buttons right now. Obviously, like in game one, he barely played Jason Tatum.
Yeah, that was a topic.
And there was some topic of discussion, and Tyrese Halliburton didn't get in the game. He didn't barely play him. He didn't play him at all. But game two, he comes back and starts him, and then next guy in line, I think maybe Joel Embiid didn't play that game, and then all of a sudden the next game down the line they play Puerto Rico, and Joel Embiid has a great game, and Anthony Edwards has a great game. I think he's just pushing all the right buttons, and basically like in that game where you only have 40 minutes of time, you can't play more than 10 guys.
Right.
I mean, you can barely play 10 guys. So it's
Yeah.
like one person has to sit, and you could easily see a guy like Jason Tatum being like, man, F this. Like, I can't believe he didn't just play me. I just won the finals
Right.
of the NBA. I think he's 3 years in a row being on an all-NBA team.
And he wasn't MVP, but he would have been.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have been.
Could have been. Yeah, should have been. And so just the way that he's handling all that, and I think it's credit to the whole team too. And like, honestly, it's so amazing to see LeBron James just clearly be the best player in the world too. And you can, it's clear to almost everyone. Like, obviously KD's doing his thing and scoring and stuff, but like the real leader of that team is LeBron, and he never has a bad game.
Yeah.
I mean, Steph has had some off shooting nights. But LeBron comes in, and every time it's like he's the leader.
Yeah.
And it's because he does so much more than, like, you can say Steph didn't have a good shooting night, but Steph also does everything else on the court. Agreed. But there's so much more that, like, points out from LeBron that, like, it doesn't matter if he doesn't have a good shooting night because he's doing so much more things on the court. It's
like
amazing.
I love this LeBron James.
I know.
I love LeBron
Glue
growing
kid LeBron
up.
James. Glue kid LeBron James. It's been great.
Who do they play
I love
next? I'm
LeBron
trying to figure
growing
it
up.
out.
I kind of fell off on LeBron a little bit, like, recently, which
Yeah.
is like he just kind of talks like he's almost like godly.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think one of the worst things for his image was the Shop.
What was that?
You know, the Shop, his show that he does. It's like a podcast essentially.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, I don't know if that was like the best thing for him. I mean, he's better when he's just natural himself and stuff, but they like try to do the show and he has to ask questions and then he has to talk about things.
I didn't watch that at all.
And he's talking about, how he's better than Michael Jordan and stuff. It's like, dude, just be LeBron and then be your natural self, and
Let
then,
everyone
like,
else.
let everyone
Yeah.
else say that about you, and you don't
Yeah.
have to be, the person who's the leading voice on that, because like Michael Jordan never was himself. He never said anything about that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
They have
Like,
Brazil.
this version of him's the best.
They have Brazil next.
Yeah. I don't know too much about the Brazilian team, but they'll smash them. the real team,
Isn't it
their
France?
toughest test is going to be Germany.
Oh, I thought it was France
Germany?
that was going to be there.
Germany's going to be the toughest test for them.
France or Canada?
Both France and Canada have had some woes. I mean, France, they lost a game.
They got some youngins.
Well, their guard play is just not good.
Okay.
On the French team. Obviously, they have Wemby, and they have from the T-Wolves, the Eiffel Tower.
Gobert.
The Stifle Tower, yeah, Gobert. So their front line is good, but they have nowhere near the guards to compete with them. Canada has the guards to compete with them, but they don't necessarily have the size to compete with them. Germany has the Wagner twins, who have been killing it.
I'm
And
just laughing at how he said Germany. It was like a mix of Jeremy and Germany.
did I just say that?
Jeremy.
Oh.
Sorry.
Germany, and then they have the guard on their team, who is like he's like USA's pest, who played alongside LeBron with the Lakers. Man, I gotta think of his name. You don't know who I'm talking about?
No, because I thought you were talking about the dude on Puerto Rico who was on the Pelicans, who's also a pest.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
Jose Alvarado.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about. But then you said
No,
Lakers.
this guy's a similar player. Oh my God, it's gonna kill me. I'm looking it up right now. I'll talk about something else.
Yeah. No, it's been really fun for that to watch, and the women's game has been great as well. They're just dominating in all aspects of the basketball realm.
Can't you just hear Mom about to yell our names?
Yeah, Mom's about to say,
What's he gonna say?
Guys,
guys,
what are you doing? Yeah, we're
I
done
miss
yet.
you.
We haven't been together as a family in so long. It's like been 1 week.
For real. Every time we get together.
Oh my God. That was good though. I
Yeah.
like the courses.
Yeah.
Cam's still finding this one, but
I
like,
can't find.
Come on.
Hold on. What? I'm trying to search something real quick and I messed it up. Germany point guard Olympics. Dennis Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder. Know him.
Don't even know him?
Know him.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
know him. Love him. Know
Noted.
exactly what you're talking about. One more question. Did the 3 guys that got drafted top 6 in the draft for France, are they not on the Olympic team?
It's a good question. I'm sure some of them are something like that.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Like, I figured like that was obviously like,
Right.
gonna be a really young but talented team.
They must be.
They just lost to somebody though. And they
Yeah.
had a close game with Japan, I think, too.
Yeah, well,
They have
let's
been
not
doing
take
that
5
well.
minutes to search it.
Yeah, yeah.
so.
Should we go take another 10 minutes and look at it? Clearly, we haven't done our research too well on all this stuff.
All right. Well, now we're just all going to be silent upstairs at dinner.
Yeah.
We
no more
talked
to
it
talk
out
about.
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's enough. She's gonna
Don't
be
even ask me about the wedding. I'm gonna be like, it is talked about.
I swear. I swear.
All right. Thanks for listening. I guess we'll see you for season 2.
Season 2.
Deuces.
Deuces.